Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ms. Trudy E. Murray, and I am serving as the Mistress of Ceremony for this evening's graduation. Robichaud educator Mr. David V. Lewis had a death in his family earlier this morning and is not able to attend. We extend our heartfelt condolences to him and his family. Please join me in welcoming the principal of Robichaud High School, Mr. James Mallett.
Thank you, Ms. Murray. Members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Simmons, platform guests, parents, relatives, friends, and family, good evening. I offer hearty congratulations and give my best wishes for the future of each and every member of this year's graduating class of 2023. Parents, this is your day too. Enjoy it, cherish it, and please know that it is our sincere hope that today marks the beginning of a prosperous and rewarding life for your child. To ensure that this graduation is off to a good start, please silence all cell phones or other devices, electronic communication devices at this time. To honor our graduates, please remain in your seats. Today, as our graduates walk down the aisle, some of them will be adorned with white cords and some will have white and gold cords. The white cords are for a 3.0 to 3.49 GPA. The gold cords and the white and gold cords combined are for a 3.5 to 4.0 GPA. At senior pinning on May 25th, several students were given medals for excellence in math, science, social studies, attendance, and science. They will have those medals adorned today. On top of that, we also have students who will be wearing a white stole that they received from our TRIO program. That stole represents the work that they have accomplished with the TRIO program, and we want to make sure that we recognize the greatness of our students. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and receive your graduating class of 2023 and remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem.
Please remain standing. At this time, we will have the presentation of colors from our JROTC. They will present the colors of this nation to mark the start of our graduation ceremony. We will also have the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we silently honor the brave men and women who protect this country.
Everyone, please be seated. I have the distinct honor, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor to introduce to you our district superintendent, Stiles Simmons. This is Dr. Simmons' 5th year as superintendent of the Westwood Community School District, and he has worked tirelessly for our district and the children we serve. Dr. Simmons earned his bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees from Wayne State University. Prior to becoming Westwood superintendent, he was the superintendent of Baldwin Community Schools in Baldwin, Michigan. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Stiles Simmons.
Thank you. Today marks the 62nd commencement for the Westwood Community School District. The Westwood Community School District continues to thrive because of a special group of people who I would like to recognize at this time. First, I would like to recognize Westwood Community Schools Board of Education. Westwood is fortunate to have a caring, hardworking, and dedicated board. This board has attained the Standard of Excellence Award for their continuous educational training bestowed by the Michigan Association of School Boards. I will recognize those who are present and then after those who are not with us. First, Ms. Angela Hopkins, Vice President. Ms. Cheryl Bell Everett, Secretary. Ms. Narabia Little, Trustee. Mrs. Sarah Ward, Trustee. And in their absence, Mr. Tim Emery, President, Mr. Donald Willis, Treasurer, and Mr. Roderick Means, Trustee. And last but certainly not least, our student board member, Ms. Michaela Morrell. I thank them for their leadership and their support. Please join me in giving them another round of applause. The mayor of the city of Inkster was planning to attend, as well as the mayor of Dearborn Heights, Bill Bazzi. Unfortunately, they were unable to attend, but we certainly appreciate their support of our students and the work that we're doing in the community. If we have any elected officials in the audience, will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. I want to recognize a group of individuals who work countless hours and do amazing work. The team from the central office. I thank them for their service. It's great to see the teachers and staff from Robichaud, Westwood North Academy, and Westwood Virtual Academy who are present. Also, the principals, teachers, and staff from our elementary and middle schools are here today to show their support for our students. Would all Westwood team members please stand? Let's give them a hand. You may be seated. I want to give a special thank you to Ms. Trudy Murray for leading the effort of planning the graduation ceremony for this school year. With exceptional assistance from Robichaud Principal, Mr. James Mallett, Robichaud Assistant Principal and Athletic Director, Mr. Robert C., and Westwood North Academy Director, Mr. Todd Oldford. Let's give them a hand. Last but not least, thank you, parents and guardians, for supporting your child over the years. Thank you for sending your child to Westwood, and thank you in advance for what you are going to do beyond this day, because today represents not the end, but the beginning. To the graduates, soon you will be part of an elite group, the Westwood Alumni Association. I hope that you will take with you the pride and affection that roughly 4,000 former graduates have for Westwood. This evening, we have members of the class of 1973 in attendance who came to support this year's graduates as part of their 50-year celebration. At this time, we ask that all alumni of Westwood please stand. Let's see those Bulldogs. Let's stand. If you are an alumni, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. It has been said over and over, but bears repeating. This day marks the beginning of a new life ahead. So graduates, as you take your high school diploma and move forward to either a four-year university, a community college, a vocational training program, and/or the armed forces, I wish you nothing but success. Congratulations, and go Bulldogs.
Thank you, Dr. Simmons. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Mrs. Desiree White Blake, who will give alumni greetings. Desiree White Blake was born in Ypsilanti and is the only child of the late Stuart and Gwendolyn White. After her graduation as valedictorian of Robichaud High School, she went on to attend the University of Michigan, where she earned a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing and a master's degree in public health. She married Reverend Robert Blake in 1977 and has 2 adult sons. She has always been very busy professionally, in her community, and in church. She held various positions from staff level to management at the University of Michigan for 30 years before moving on to Hurley Medical Center in Flint, where she was the Director of Nursing Education and Professional Development Officer. In her most recent position, she was Director of Nursing Education and Development for Henry Ford Wyandotte Hospital. She has been involved with various nursing organizations during her career, including but not limited to Sigma Theta Tau Nursing Honor Society and Vice President of the Michigan Nurses Association. She has been the recipient of various honors, including Nurse of the Year and Excellence in Nursing Education. Her community school activities ranged from co-chairing a district-wide elementary restructuring committee, to Cub Scout Pack, administrative chair, to school improvement team leader, and elementary and high school level, and PTO president. As a member of the Ann Arbor chapter of Jack and Jill of America, Inc., she served as treasurer, president, and Beau Debutante Ball chair. Desiree's church involvement has included choirs, chairing Women's Day celebrations, leading new member ministry, leading dance ministry, and president of the Women's Missionary Organization. Currently, as First Lady of Greater Quinn AME Church, Detroit, she leads the health ministry and women's ministry. She enjoys cooking and is a voracious reader. Her life is evidence of her credo. Helping ministry, sharing the love of God, and being involved is the way we ought to live our lives. Please welcome Mrs. Blake at this time.
Good evening. It is wonderful to be here with all of you this evening. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. This is one of the major passages in life. You'll have many others, but this is the first of many where you'll have an opportunity, and you have an opportunity for a fresh start. Many of you are probably on a continuum where at one end you have very specific goals, very well-defined goals, and very specific plans. And on the other end, your goals are not so clear, and you're still trying to figure it out. It's normal to be anywhere along that continuum, and I'm sure that you'll figure it out. You need to apply yourself to get yourself where it is that you want to be. It's normal. When I thought about coming to talk to you, I looked up a few things. You know, every year has a lot of milestones. And in 1973, there were a few that I thought I would highlight for you. The MRI that many of us may have had at some point in our healthcare journey, the MRI was invented in 1973. The first cell phone call happened in 1973. FedEx started in 1973, and the World Trade Center, which was eventually destroyed, as you know, in 9/11, opened in 1973. The Vietnam War ended in 1973. Many of you may have grandparents or other relatives who are veterans of that war. The minimum wage in 1973 was $1.60. A lot of money. Roe versus Wade decision of the Supreme Court was initially arrived at and announced in 1973. So there are lots of other things, of course, that happened, but I thought that those might be things that you're interested in. I think that the Academy Award for that year for the Best Picture went to The Sting. A popular movie at the top of the charts in that year was The Exorcist. I heard one of the students before the program saying she wanted to go see a scary movie. For me, that was a scary movie. I couldn't even sleep with someone in the room snoring because of the noises that person made. Anyway, there were lots of things that happened that are noteworthy. I am pleased to be here to represent my class of 1973. We will be celebrating our 50 years in September for our final event in that observation. And I thought about what words to give you that would provide some guidance perhaps in the future. And if you think about the name Robichaud, and if we use those letters, perhaps in the future, after I've given you my ideas, when you've lost your way or you're rethinking things, perhaps you could pull out those letters and think about how you might apply them to your life. So if we think about the R is being relational, building relationships. Who are you? You should know who you are, whose you are, who raised you, what you believe, why you believe that, so that you're able to have healthy relationships, both for yourself, for family, for other social connections, as well as professional and work. Ask yourself every now and then, am I a good person to have a relationship with? Or am I a good person to work with? And if the answer isn't yes, then you have some work to do. O, be observant. Observe what's around you, be aware, be open. Feed yourself information so that you can make informed decisions. Be optimistic, a glass half full and not half empty. B, for body. You only have one. You need to take care of it. Listen to it, see about it, pay attention to it. I, integrity. Be a person of integrity, moral uprightness, a deep sense of what is right and wrong, and be understanding of yourself when you find yourself away from what's right. Challenges for C. Seek out challenges. That helps you grow. If you're never challenged, then growth is harder to achieve. H, for happiness. Cultivate happiness, but understand the difference between being happy and having joy. Joy is a deeper thing that you need to always be seeking. It's for your mental health, your physical health, and so forth. A, adaptable. You need to be adaptable. You need to be able to respond, change course, and be able to not be stumped when things don't go your way. Have a great attitude, another A. Be aware. Keep yourself informed so that when you render an opinion or you make some decisions, you understand that you're making decisions that are informed, that are based on fact, and not something that's just opinion. You underestimate. Never underestimate your own power, your own abilities, your own intellect. Never underestimate yourself. And then lastly, D, dream. Never be afraid to dream. You must dream so that you can have vision for where it is you're going. Without vision, you don't have a path. Cultivate that vision and understand that you are empowered to direct your path. Don't forget to seek advice. Look at resources for many of the things that I have pointed out. You might need help keeping that body in shape. Don't be afraid to seek out resources and help. I salute you because you are at an important point in your life. I wish you well, and I am honored to have been able to share some thoughts with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Blake, for those words of wisdom and for turning Robichaud, I think it's called an acrostic, into an acrostic. It's for something we can remember. At this point in time, Dr. Simmons has a presentation that he would like to make to Mrs. Blake.
So, Mrs. Blake, on behalf of the Westwood Board of Education, administration, and staff, as well as students. I wish to thank you for your remarks here at this graduation ceremony, and please accept this token of gratitude for sharing your time and wisdom with us. Thank you. It's a bag full of Bulldog swag.
So Mrs. Blake's bag of swag contains like a short sleeve shirt, a t-shirt, a visor, a travel mug, maybe a couple of ink pens, and a coaster. So wherever she goes, she can tell them, I graduated from Robichaud and here's my swag. So at this time, I want to introduce the senior class battalion commander. The cadet battalion commander is a mature cadet willing to accept responsibility, delegate authority, and supervise subordinates effectively. They have the ability to multitask by maintaining control of the battalion, their grades, and any extracurricular activities involved. They set the standard and direction of the battalion and lead by example. The battalion commander gets to develop tomorrow's leaders personally and make a real difference by implementing new ideas and policies that help the battalion run smoothly. The battalion commander controls the staff through the battalion executive officer and the companies through the company commanders. Also, the battalion commander serves as a link between all cadets and the JROTC instructors. Ultimately, the battalion commander is responsible for all the battalion does or fails to do. The battalion commander is the highest ranking cadet holding the highest position in JROTC. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kelly Gordon as he comes up to the podium to give his address.
More lights. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start, I do want to say, we don't fail in many things. Class of 2023, we made it. As Robichaud's Bulldogs Battalion Commander, I'd like to share the story of how I learned leadership, personal courage, and building relationships from the experiences of moving through the ranks in JRTC. A great aid in me achieving status as Battalion Commander is an acronym we follow called the Leadership Values. L, for loyalty, through all the times we could count on each other through stress. D, for duty, the responsibility we managed as a whole, and look how far we made it. R, respect, learning to make sacrifices to achieve a common goal with the dignity and pride we began with. H, for honor, to have held and worn the colors that have led us to pave roads and show success for generations under us. I, for integrity, always doing what's right, even when absent from eyes, and taking responsibility to working towards fixing any problems. P, for personal courage, having the strength to keep fighting physically and morally through all the tough days. This personal code of conduct leads us in a way to successfully fulfill our mission of motivating young people to be better citizens. It is an honor, it has been an honor, learning, laughing, and growing with this class. Class of 2023. I got something for y'all. And it's simple. It's the principle. On any temple, we invincible. And I pray all y'all stay paid, and the only thing that take us is old age. Class of 2023!
Thank you, Mr. Gordon. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you 4 dynamic students who have uniquely displayed exceptional leadership qualities and outstanding academic achievement. The first student gracing the stage will be Robichaud's senior class president, Anita DeForest. Then we will hear from Robichaud High School salutatorian, Caitlin Freeman. And then the class of 2023 valedictorian, Amani Gordon. Following this, we have Westwood North Academy's Miss Jayla Brandon to give her address for Westwood North Academy and Westwood Virtual Academy. Please help me welcome to the podium Miss Anita DeForest.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Anita DeForest. As you heard, I am the senior class president. I greatly appreciate this title and this chance to speak to you all. I also appreciate Ms. Baydoun for talking me into running for this position. To begin, I want to ask everyone to give a round of applause for the senior class of 2023. Everyone here worked endlessly for this day, and I feel like they deserve a little more appreciation. But not only them, thank you for the amazing teachers, staff, board members, and most of all, parents who have helped me and everyone get this far. You could never understand how much you mean to me and how much you've helped. This day marks a huge step in all of our lives. Everyone has had different journeys they've taken to get to this day, and ones they will take after walking through the doors. But no matter what, I hope everyone succeeds. Good luck on all of your endeavors. This class has been through so much. None of us had a complete first year of high school experience. For us, it was cut short. Then our sophomore year was virtual. Personally, I hated virtual, but that was one of the worst times of my life. I missed school. I hated being in the house 24/7. But even through that, we're all here ready to walk across the stage. I remember when I first started high school and everyone told me the next 4 years would just fly by, but I didn't believe them. But now I understand. It doesn't feel like I've been here for long, but I know I've made plenty of memories. I'll miss the TikToks, the pep rallies, the laughs, and a lot of the people that I've met. High school is a true memory that will live forever in my mind and heart. Some of you here still don't know what you want to do after today, but that's okay. You don't need to know. A lot of the most successful people didn't know what they wanted to do until later in their life. For example, Oprah, she didn't get her big break till 32. She even got fired at 23. Some of you aren't even 18 yet. You still have time. Take your time and do what you love. Everyone's been asking us since we were kids what we wanted to do when we grow up. We answered with jobs like firefighter, cop, doctor. Me, I said mathematician, not even really understanding what that job was. I love the idea of doing math as a job, but now I have so many other ideas of what I could be. Life is so uncertain. Now, at the end of my speech, I want to say something that I've saved so they can really remember every word and know how true it is to me. I want to give the greatest appreciation to my amazing parents. They pushed me so far. I don't know how I could have, thank you. I don't know how I could have ever gotten this far without them. I have love and overwhelming gratitude for everything they've done for me throughout my entire life. I couldn't put it into words. It took me a while to get to this part in my speech because I kept feeling like I wasn't saying enough. Then I realized there isn't enough to say. I'll be thanking them for the rest of my life endlessly. You guys are truly the best. You guys are truly the best there is. Truth, there is no better. And I want to congratulate all the class of 2023. You guys did amazing. Now we will hear from the Robichaud salutatorian, Caitlin Freeman. Miss Caitlin Freeman.
Mashallah. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Caitlin Freeman. I want to say hello and welcome to the family, friends, faculty, staff, and fellow members of Class of 2023. Congratulations to all of us being able to be here on this long but graceful day. I'm grateful, honored, and somewhat anxious to be standing before you all today, so I would try to keep this short and sweet. Reflecting on the last few weeks, I have been able to see my peers, including myself, change in many ways and be able to push through so much. Seeing such growth, strength around me, has allowed me to persevere and see the greatness in the smallest things. In such a time of change, it can be hard to understand even the smallest things can have such a huge impact. For example, my classmate since freshman year expressed that she was finally able to feel confident in her own skin without caring about opinions from others. Another friend I've known since 8th grade says she wouldn't let fear or anxiety hold her back from trying anything new. Another friend of mine spoke to me about gaining the courage to ask a question or wanting clarification in a class full of people. She learned that it wasn't a weakness, but rather a strength. And today is the day to celebrate all those victories because that is what they are. No matter how small or trivial they may seem, they may not get you an award or an A+, but even if it's being able to finally plan something with friends or finally getting to school on time, which is something I find impossible to do, we have succeeded in a million different ways with our time at Robichaud. I hope that today we walk with confidence, not just in our accomplishments, but also in our failures. While today may be a milestone to the 4 years of hard work and growth and a celebration of everything that worked out, we should also celebrate all that went wrong that has brought us here to this point. Today isn't a still moment in time. We will wake up tomorrow, next week, next year, and be asked to do things that are awkward, difficult, and probably frustrating. But the hardships we've encountered here at Robichaud will help us overcome the challenges to come. The last 4 years have taught me amazing things like understanding that everyone's life doesn't go at the same pace. For example, while most of my classmates know how to drive or have work experience, I don't have either of those yet, but it's okay. We spent the last 4 years in an environment focusing more on success. I hope all of you don't just expand. My apologies. I hope all of you don't just expand your definition of success, but also expand your idea of what can be celebrated. Our hardships, errors should also be honored. Our past failures represent real growth, reflect our journey on this confusing yet exciting path to the future. Your failures, whatever they may be, have led you here today, shaped you into the person you are today, sitting in your cap and gown. And to wrap up my speech, I would like to give thanks to my amazing teachers who have helped me succeed and push me to my fullest potential. I would also like to give a big thanks to Mrs. Wagner, my CNA teacher. Thank you for being like a second mom and a fantastic role model. And finally, congratulations and happy graduation to the class of 2023. Thank you. And please receive Robichaud's valedictorian, Miss Amani Gordon, for her job.
Take your time.
Good evening, my fellow classmates, teachers, and administrators. My name is Amani Gordon, and I stand before you today as a graduating student of Robichaud High School. No matter how much gratitude is shown towards these teachers, staff, and even my classmates, it will never be enough. Graduating is one of the most important parts in life and a cherishing memory to remember. This evening is not only about graduating, but is about recognizing accomplishments and achievements from the past and many more for the future, no matter how hard the struggle may be. Becoming valedictorian was very unexpected to me, but realizing how hard I worked and how much effort I put in to succeed made me think more about how much I deserve to be in this position today. And also, I have a lot of awards. I would like to give a special shout out to my parents for pushing me to keep going whenever it got too hard for me. Those are two people I would never trade in because they show me every day why I'm so glad to have them in my life. I would love to give them a round of applause for being a part of my life and making me into who I am today. I love you, Mom, and I love you, Dad. Now for class of 2023. I just want to start off by saying we made it to the finish line. Everyone worked really, really hard for this day, and it's finally here. Today is a turning point in each of our lives. We have spent the past years wandering the halls, going class to class, doing a lot of work, but now it's time to go on. We've made a lot of memories with each other, and it will always be with me at heart. Congratulations to all of you for reaching this milestone and closing this chapter. As we close this chapter, this is the only beginning to adulthood. You have many more chapters to go. Whatever you do, don't stop now, keep going and succeed. Life has a lot of ups and downs, and it's up to us to overcome them. Whenever you're at the point you say, I can't, just know God is right there to tell you that you can. It's time to make our own decisions and choices for ourselves that we may feel is best for not only us, but for our future. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys and sitting in the same classes together. And now it's time to go our separate paths and find our purpose in life. Each and every one of you have had at least one person behind you who has helped you along the way to be able to cross the stage today. So I say to my peers, let's show them how much we appreciate them. Thank you. That's all I have for you. It's been a privilege. Now, at this time, I would love to introduce you to Jayla Brandon.
I want to first thank God for making this day possible and for allowing me to be here today. Good evening, guests, parents, family members, Superintendent Dr. Simmons, and to the members of the Board of Education. Thank you all for being here. My name is Jayla Brandon, and I want to give a big shout out to the grads from the class of 2023. To the class of 2023, we are here tonight to celebrate all of our hard work over the past 13 years and to reflect on our experiences. Those experiences were hard and very challenging. We experienced a senior year like no other. In a blink of an eye, our lives changed. In addition to being high school students, we were hit with the pandemic and its aftermath. Dealing with losses, sickness, and quarantine guidelines, all of that changed the way we will handle our daily lives. We learned happiness through sadness, compassion through suffering, and even love through loss. To the parents, teachers, and staffs who made these years everything that they were, we personally want to thank all of you. You made this day possible through your support, your encouragement, your sacrifice, and your love. As graduates, we are very sure of this. The class of 2023 applauds all of you. As an encouragement to the class of 2023, your lives are just getting started. Graduation is the first major accomplishment in our young lives, and nothing can stop us from achieving our goals, whatever they may be. Whatever you decide to do, the sky's the limit. Don't quit and don't give up. You have worked too hard, class of 2023, to stop now. I would also like to thank Ms. Sherman for pushing me to be successful. I thank you for your help and guidance in and out of the classroom and for being such an passionate teacher. You have always gone the extra mile to help your students learn and grow. Thank you. In closing, my hope for 2023 is that you continue to further your education, whatever it may be. If you're going to college, starting a new career, going to a technical school, whatever it may be, continue to learn and grow and to be successful. And before I go, I want to say thank you to my mom. I don't know where she at, but she probably in here crying somewhere. I thank you for everything that you do. And now I am signing out.
To our class of 2023 graduates, Robichaud High School will receive their diplomas first, followed by Westwood North Academy, and then Westwood Virtual Academy. We ask that all guests hold their applause until all students receive their diplomas so that we can hear the names of students being read. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I do want to take the moment to say this. It is very impactful that we had such a fantastic speech from Ms. Blake, but it was also very impactful how awesome those speeches were from the 5 speakers right here at Westwood. So I want to take this time to give a round of applause to all of the speakers. That was fantastic. Gotta admit, it had a little bit of a tear in the eye, some of those speeches. But now it is time to get to the real celebration. Superintendent Simmons, the faculty of Hamilton J. Robichaud High School certifies that the young men and women seated before you have fulfilled all of the requirements of the prescribed course of study and recommends that they are all awarded a diploma from Hamilton J. Robichaud High School.
Hamilton J. Robichaud High School class of 2023, please rise. By the power vested in me by the Westwood Board of Education in the state of Michigan, I hereby confer the diplomas of graduation with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Kelly Gordon. Anita DeForest. Caitlin Freeman. Bonnie Gordon. Median Abu Al-Qarsana. Asia Hope Antoinette Addison. Tariq Al-Shadat. Ali Alakashi. Mohammed Al Nasir. Bayan Al Azim. Michael Anderson. Deanna Danielle Andreessen. Anasia Austin. Shyla Bell. Sarah Banamer. Trinity Bohannon. Taylor Brooke Carter. Gabrielle Trisha Imani Caillou Wilson. Donnell Cheney. Mario Cortez. Jemiah Danielle Davis. Carl Xavier Davis. Kiana Marie Dukes. Joy Renee Dunham. Armani George. Miriam Hassan. Kevon Hawkins. Cortez Jones. Jones. Danae Little. Latasia Logan. Juliana Marisol Luna. Tatiana Matthews. Dwayne Morgan Moore. Stanley Dewan Moore. Chandler Norred. James Outlaw. Damari Patrick. Moises Fernando Perez. Elia Dawn Reed. Journey Reed. Yusuf Sada. Michael C. Marcus Shelton Jr. Mariana Siklawi. Christopher Stockstill. Dominique Taylor. Pierre Walton. Sanaya White. Taylor Renee Witt.
Superintendent Simmons, the faculty of Westwood North Academy certifies that the young men and women seated before you have fulfilled all of the requirements of the prescribed course of study and recommends that they are awarded a diploma from Westwood North Academy.
Westwood North Academy, class of 2023, please rise. By the power vested in me by the Westwood Board of Education and the state of Michigan, I hereby confer the diplomas of graduation with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Jayla Brandon. Dakota Canaster. Nyla Fluellen. Mustafa Hasimi. Amari Mundi. Okay, go. I'm sorry. David Thompson. Devin Thompson. Kedra Walls. Shalia Wilson.
Superintendent Simmons, the faculty of Westwood Virtual Academy certifies that the young men and women seated before you have fulfilled all of the requirements of the prescribed course of study and recommends that they are awarded a diploma from Westwood Virtual Academy.
Westwood Virtual Academy, class of 2023, please rise. By the power vested in me by the Westwood Board of Education and the state of Michigan, I hereby confer the diplomas of graduation with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Ready? Ranisha Wilson. Delia Williams. Kamari Wheat. Tanasia Robinson. Ariana Ridley. Taylor Reed. Jasmine Polar. Xavier Nunley. Robert Norman III. Nadine Mansour. Jasmine Baidoon. Richard Barnett. Avery Baldwin. Joshelle Gerrithouse. Jaira McCutcheon. Kalasia Goodman. Brianna Hedge. Dedrea King. Myra Clark. Kai Coles. Brandon Daniels.
Congratulations, class of 2023. Graduates, I challenge you to go and use the knowledge that you have gained and participate successfully in the world. Choose work that will benefit mankind, give back to your community, protect the environment, and bring justice and peace to all. Take pride in all that you do. Promise to hold yourself to high regard. Persevere through any obstacle that may come your way. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain at your seats until all of the graduates and staff members have proceeded from this area and into the lobby. Thank you and enjoy the rest of this glorious day. You ready? All right. We are preparing for the end of our graduation ceremony. All guests, we ask that you remain in your seats until the graduates leave the theater. Security, please ensure that the aisles remain clear for the recessional. To the class of 2023, please rise. In order to be official graduates for the class of 2023, there is just one thing left to do. Class of 2023, in order to culminate your high school graduation, please move your tassel from right to left. I now pronounce you graduates of the Westwood Community School District. Congratulations.